A Butler County man serving 3 life sentences for rape is now walking the streets. The Ohio Parole Board has just released Mark Sprague, who repeatedly raped his toddler son. As Local 12's Megan Mongello shows us, the man who considers himself the voice of the victim is outraged.
This is the latest picture of Mark Sprague. He's been sitting in prison since 1995. On Monday, October 1st, he walked out a free man. This grainy black and white picture shows his victim, his own son, Christopher, who didn't live to see his 2nd birthday.
This child died at 22 months. He was not alive to express his objections to what happened to him. His tears, his crying is what probably caused his death by his mother. Because what would you expect to have with rectal tearing and a child still in diapers?
Butler County Prosecutor Mike Gmoser was not involved in Sprague's trial. The newspaper headline from 23 years ago reads, "Autopsy reveals taught raped, father charged in abuse." Sprague admitted to the crime against his own son and pled guilty to rape and felonious sexual penetration. He got life in prison with the possibility of parole. In September, the decision was made to release Sprague. The parole board found he had, quote, served a sufficient portion of his sentence, has completed institutional programming to abate his risk to reoffend, and has been maintaining an acceptable institutional adjustment. In the documents from the parole board, a big section is blacked out. That is because the special conditions of his supervision are not to be made public. But I have discovered that Mark Sprague will be listed as a sex offender. His address is in Warren County.
I represent the victim. In this case, I represent the state of Ohio, frankly, in technical sense. But I'm the voice of this young person that was so viciously abused by a person who is beyond redemption. Now, the parole authority said, well, he's not planning to have more children. He's being released with the hope and a prayer that he doesn't have more children.
The 54-year-old man who the court sent to prison for being a sexual predator is now free. Megan Mongello, Local 12 News.
Sprague was up for parole in 2014 and that was denied. His wife at the time, Della Sprague, pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter for the death of their son. She is also now out of prison.